Hello and welcome to a classic fins between Mephi and Ridley, Cybran versus Aeon, and Cybran, the little red player, Ridley going with land 2 pigeons. Looks like 4 pigeons. Some strange stuff going on, and Mephi, of course, perhaps the best player in this game ever, playing with Aeon on fins. This should be pretty dominating for Mephi, in theory. He's got a first engine, then a scout. It looks like multiple engineers at the first factory. Yeah, Ridley completely reworked this. Just walked over here. Looks like 4 pigeons before he gets those mask extractors, so we'll see how that works out. The mask might be lacking a little bit for Ridley here, although it's not because he's reclaiming. So a good build order for this map. Two scouts for Mephi going in opposite directions, and Mephi also reclaiming all this mass. Looking at the ecos, you can see the reclaim 324 so far. Pretty good on power. Just got the hydro, gonna get some air, but a lot of mass in the bank from all the reclaim. Ridley is 601 reclaimed, but pretty low power, much bigger power problems. That's because the hydro much later for Ridley. Is Ridley upgrading something? Or he is attacking, and he's trying to take on auroras with wow, this is that was quite a good hunter there from Ridley, almost surviving against this aurora. 3 kills for the aurora. We're seeing it's going to be a total of 5 land factories for Mephi. That's going to be a lot of auroras all over the place. Looking at land factories for Ridley, he might be going for a second land here. Quite a bit of power before. He also has air, and he's making gestures. Okay, so we see what's happening. 4 land factories and gestures against a whole bunch of auroras. There is an air factory making interceptors for Mephi, however, so it's going to be very interesting play here. Ridley running into some auroras on the opposite side. Mephi crossing the midpoint. He's going to capture himself a mask extractor, kill off an engineer, while Ridley is just running through, pushing very hard into these auroras. You really got to catch up to these auroras and kill them. Can't let them kite you. Mephi trying to cut here to the end. One aurora gets out. Radar is killed, as well as a mask extractor. Ridley being aggressive against Mephi. Mephi is going to try to save his auroras. Meanwhile, Mephi's ACU just continues to capture mask extractors. And here these Manti are probably going to run into a little too much. Yeah, completely outnumbered there, are going to be killed. And this force from Mephi avoiding the ACU. This is nice. So now Ridley is going to find himself surrounded. Meanwhile, Mephi's ACU methodically taking back mask extractors, but they should be killed here by Ridley's force. Mephi looks like he's completely surrounding Ridley here. He's not engaging him, he's just saving his units. Some Tech 1 point defenses not going up for Mephi. It's going to be a very important point defense. There are some arties together with Ridley, however, so he's got a weapon against the point defense. There's also a bomber there from Mephi that's going to be killed. I haven't really seen gestures too much in play here. Mephi with yet another mask extractor, making his way all the way around the map. Tech 2 mask extractors for Ridley as well. Ridley now also making his way around the map, avoiding the point defense. He's going to kill the hydro. These are very nice. This is great micro from Ridley, really taking care of his units. But of course the auroras, kiting from water is their specialty, because he can't follow them into water, and they're just going to leave Ridley all alone. Meanwhile, Mephi is getting close to this hydro. No Tech 2 land, just 6 land factories. And now Ridley just gone underwater with 10 kills. Are we going to see Tech 2 air, or are we going to see torpedoes? Guess that's the question. Mephi also underwater. Now he's going to reclaim himself a little Manti. But this is yeah, here's the gesture. We're looking for the gesture. 10 kills already against the auroras. Very nice. Gotta say, Ridley playing extremely good. Too bad he doesn't play today. At least I don't know that he does. And this is against Mephi. This is very nice. 13 kills for Ridley. Mephi 10 kills and a couple of reclaims. Ridley out of the water, 16 kills, walking back. You can see more land factories, 6 land factories and an air factory for Mephi, so 1 more land factory. Or am I tripping? It's exactly the same, 6 land factories and an air factory for both players. But this gesture right here, slow down, 20 kills on the Jester for Ridley. Mephi looks like finally did get out, killed the Hydra. Hydra's still not rebuilt for Mephi. Ridley gets a mask extractor. Jester continues to push forward. Not too much yet. A single engineer on the air factory and get more interceptors. Jester almost out of fuel. And a push on the other side as well for Ridley. And we're really seeing Ridley taking over. It must be his Tech 2 mask extractors. He did a lot more teching than Mephi. And now with the superior eco, we're actually seeing him have more units. Quite a few artillery together with the Manta, about 50-50 almost. Does look like a 50-50 mix. It's trying to fight off the Auroras, and Auroras, when they're bunched up like this, very vulnerable against Aeon Arty or Cybran Arty. Ridley 20 kills, Mephi 13, retreating back. These two ACEs are going to meet each other. It looks like the Aeon have won. Yes, so Mephi wins the battle on his side. A whole bunch of mass here to reclaim for him. And here's a bomber also for Mephi. Should probably be killed. There are a lot more interceptors for Ridley. Ridley also coming out with some bombers. Bombers versus Auroras. It will be very nice. Beautiful play, interplay between land and air for Ridley. Yeah, some of these classic games, they have very good play. Ridley continues to push, but he's getting chased by Mephi here. This is more flak than Auroras, it seems. That bomber died immediately. Yeah, a lot of anti-air. You don't want to fly with your air close to that force, although you could attack it with some Manta. Ridley regrouping with a nice group of Tech 1, forcing Mephi into the ocean. We're seeing Mephi operating with 2 forces, kind of almost being surrounded here. Aeon needs a place to retreat to. If Aeon can't retreat, they're not in a good position. Mephi putting some pressure from the water, and the Auroras are going to escape. Yeah, they're going to escape onto the water. More units from Ridley. Ridley and Mephi attacking each other. ACU on ACU. The Auroras are going to give chase using the range. Mephi, almost getting too far out of the water, is going to be attacked. Be some attempts to block him in, but unsuccessful. Meanwhile, we'd see another force here from Ridley attacking Mephi's base in the back. The Auroras are trying to be sneaky here, using the range, avoiding the ACU. 23 kills. Mephi once again out of the water. Should be very careful. See total recon with these interceptors. Mephi's got to turn back. He's really just trying to buy more time for his Auroras. And up on top, looks like a good defense here from Mephi, saving his Hydra. And did I just see Tech 2? Yes, I am seeing Tech 2. Mephi just got overcharged, but I did see a hoplite. And once Cybran get Tech 2 on Auroras, Auroras are very, very much outgunned. Although it looks like that Tech 2 was overcharged by Mephi. Should be more coming in. We do see the hoplite and the Rhino. So this force right here are very powerful together with these units. Pushing in. Looks like Mephi was able to defend on the back. Mephi still surviving. I know we've seen many comebacks from Mephi, so he's definitely not going to lose. There's easily 600 health on his ACU though. Very surprising, no tech to air from Ridley. Been very nice to have a torpedo bomber now. And no Navy whatsoever, so the ocean extremely safe. One thing we've missed, looks like this bottom island taken by Ridley. The top still has civilians on it. That was the gesture. I must have done that for Ridley. It's a very nice gesture, most likely dead now. See, interceptors for Mephi. Of course, some tech to flak would be very nice. Looks like quite a bit of build capacity on the air factory. And it is tech 2, so I was asking for it, and here it is. Torpedo bombers. So Mephi, very, very susceptible here. Facing tech 2 on land, and he's about to face torpedo bombers. There are interceptors for him, so he might be able to kill these off. And he's getting an upgrade, so let's see how quickly he gets that. Still no tech 2. All tech 1 Auroras for Mephi. And here come the torpedo bombers. It's 2 torpedo bombers, and that should be enough to kill him. Yeah. It looks like this game is over. Oh my. That's... Alright, well, it's not over. That's Mephi. That's just ridiculous. I'm sorry. That's a 40 kill veteran. See there. Okay, that was humor. Mephi also got the upgrades, and he's got the range, it seems, back into the water. And of course, those interceptors saved Mephi's life. More torpedo bombers are on the way. Mephi continues to retreat. Ridley rounding the corner with his Tech 2 force. Mephi needs a way to get out of the water when the torpedoes come. He's got some interceptors in the area as well. Mephi overcharges 50 kills. Down to 600 health. Torpedo bomber. Yeah, it really took perfect timing to kill him there at the end, but another victory for Cybran. Great play from Ridley. Maybe I should look at a few more replays from Ridley. It was very nice to watch. Hopefully people enjoyed this one.